Hello students, today we will discuss about some anatomical terminology. But before we study anatomical terminology, we must go with the quick recap of our previous class. In our previous class, we have discussed about the different terms and different types of anatomy. And we discussed that we have categorized anatomy in following types. First is cadaveric and gross anatomy, microscopic anatomy, living anatomy, embryology, histology, surface anatomy, which is also called as topographic anatomy, radiographic and imaging anatomy, comparative anatomy, physical anthropology, applied anatomy, experimental anatomy, and the genetics. We have studied about all these types of anatomy in our previous class, and I hope that you all understand well. The objective of our today's class is to study about the different position in anatomy, especially the anatomical position, and to understand the term associated with anatomical direction. Anatomical position. Anatomical position is of importance in anatomy because it is the position of reference for anatomical nomenclature. It is important to prevent confusion about the direction when we need to locate some organ or position in body. Anatomical terms such as anterior and posterior, medial and lateral, abduction and adduction are so on applied to the body when it is in anatomical position. So, basically, anatomical position is the position to be considered to prevent the confusion during study of anatomical nomenclature. And it is to prevent confusion about the direction that if we locate some position, some organ in the body, then we are not confused that where the location where the organ is positioned in the body. There are some anatomical position and some anatomical directional based position terms which prevents this confusion and make anatomical study easy to understand. So we will discuss about anatomical position first. When a person is standing upright with eyes looking forward, both arms by the side of body, palm facing forward, and both feet together, the position is called anatomical position. Here this lady is standing in anatomical position. With relation to anatomical position, there is one such position called as supine position when a person is lying on his back. This person is lying on his back, palm facing inward and feet are together. This position is called as supine position. One more position to be understand is prone position. When a person is facing down, chest and abdomen is on floor. This condition is known as prone position. There is one typical position called as lithotomy position when a person is lying on back with leg and feet supported in straps. This position is used in during delivery of a baby. The term with the relation of upper limb. If we said ventral or anterior, it means the front aspect of the hand or the upper limb. If we said dorsal or posterior, it says that back aspect of the upper limb. If we said medial border, then it is lies along the little finger medial border of forearm and arm. From the little finger, it will starts until the axilla. Later, if we ask about lateral border, then it follow thumb and the lateral border of forearm. If we say proximal, that proximal means the close to the root of limb. That means the axial skeleton. So proximal, while distal is away from the root, that means away from the axial skeleton. So in this term, elbow is proximal to the wrist joint, or we can say wrist joint is proximal distal to the elbow joint. Next term is palmar aspect of the front of palmar aspect is the front of the palm. The palm area, the area of palm is called as palmar aspect, and the back of palm is known as the dorsal aspect. Flexor aspect is the front of upper limb and extensor aspect is the back of upper limb. So we can say that flexor aspect is in anterior aspect and the extensor aspect is the dorsal or the posterior aspect of the upper limb. Next, there are the terms associated with lower limb. In lower limb, the posterior aspect is called as the back of the lower limb, where the anterior aspect is called the front of the lower limb, where we feel that our patella or the our knee joint. Medial border lies along the big toe or the hallux. Medial border of leg and thigh means medial border is run along the big toe to the groin of the body. Lateral border lies through the little toe and the lateral border of the whole lower limb. Flexor aspect is at the back, extensor aspect is in the front. So we can say flexor aspect is in the posterior aspect of the lower limb and extensor aspect arise at the interior aspect of the lower limb, where proximal is close to the root of limb and where distal is the away from the root, the axial skeleton. Here is a quick summary of all the directional and the positional term. We studied about the anatomical position, supine and prone and lithotomy position. We also discussed about the directional term that we have anterior, posterior, ventral, dorsal, distal, proximal, median, medial, lateral, superior, inferior, superficial, deep, external, internal, palmar, dorsal. Two more direction, the plantar is called as inferior surface of foot or called as sole, and dorsal is said to be superior surface of foot or dorsum. And all this terminology, here are the references for your help. Kindly go through it if you have any confusion. Thank you.